The New York Mets absolutely collapsed in the 2025 season. At one point, they were 21 games over 500. They were cruising in the National League. They made moves at the deadline, but they were ultimately eliminated from postseason contention on the final day of the season. And to make matters even worse for the Mets, the team that they were competing with for the last wildcard spot, the Cincinnati Reds, they lost their last game, meaning the only thing the Mets had to do to make the postseason was just beat the Marlins, and they got shut out. I mean, that's as bad as it gets. But I still believe in this Mets team. I do think they have really good pieces, so I want to try to rebuild the Mets in MLB 25 after missing the postseason. This was only year one of Juan Soto's mega deal, and he played extremely well. They still have Francisco Lindor long-term. They have Edwin Diaz for a couple more years. They have Brandon Nimmo for a while. They got Kodai Senga for another couple years. They still have good pieces. But if we take a look at some of the guys that are going to be free agents, or at least aren't coming back to the team next year, Starling Marte, probably not going to re-sign him. You have Cedric Mullins, a guy they picked up at the deadline, probably not going to bring him back. Same with Ryan Helsley, same with Jesse Winker. Gregory Soto and Tyler Rogers, I would actually be okay with bringing back. But yeah, Brooks Raley can go, Ryan Stanek can go, don't really care. The big one for this offseason is going to be Pete Alonso. He did announce that he will be entering free agency. He has chosen to opt out of his deal, which didn't come as a shock to me. I mean, he put up arguably his best season since his rookie year, and in this past offseason, he didn't get quite the money or the contract he was hoping for, and I think now he's going to be looking for a whole lot more than what he was, and I do plan on bringing him back, because honestly, 40 to 50 home run power is pretty hard to replace. Now, one of the things that's going to make this rebuild kind of fun is the fact that the Mets are owned by Steve Cohen, meaning they basically have unlimited money, and as we saw in the past offseason, he is not going to be outbid when it comes to a free agent that he really wants. So honestly, I could just go crazy in free agency, but I don't think I'm going to do that in year one. I definitely want to try to get Pete Alonso back. For me, that's objective number one. But I think outside of that, what I really want to do is I want to bolster up this bullpen, get some guys on 1, 2, maybe even 3-year deals. Maybe sign like a veteran starting pitcher or something like that, because I really want guys like Nolan McLean and Jonah Tong to develop, because Tarek Skubal is about to be a free agent in 2027, and I should be able to offer him a fairly good contract. So if I can get some solid bullpen depth while seeing progression from guys like Nolan McLean and Jonah Tong, while also adding Tarek Skubal to the rotation next season possibly, I think I actually put myself in a pretty decent position. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So with Pete Alonso, he's asking for 5 years, 16.3 per year. He's going to get more than that in real life. It's not letting me go higher than 20.38. I'm literally pressing up on the D-pad. I'm not exactly sure why. Okay, I guess I'll stamp and send contract to that. Okay, Pete Alonso declined. Yeah, as you should. Once again, I can give him 5 years, 20.38 per year now. I'm going to give him the max it's going to let me give him. I want Pete Alonso back. All right, let's see. Another contract decision. Pete Alonso, it looks like something's been signed. All right, we got Pete Alonso back. Once again, probably not a very realistic contract, but I went with what the game could give me. So objective number one for this offseason is complete. Now I'm looking to offer some contracts to some veteran relievers and maybe a veteran bat too. I mean, if we're looking at the offense, I could definitely use another bat. Like maybe I could pick up a new outfielder. Like even if they're not starting in the outfield, I mean, Luis Torrens right now is my DH. Let's take a look at like who's out there that's not going to be like crazy expensive. Once again, money isn't like the biggest deal for me. I don't want to be stupid with it. Like, what about a Miguel Andujar? He's coming off a 23 homer season with the Cincinnati Reds with a 760 OPS. He might be a guy I could pick up for DH, and he's not really asking for much. Same with a guy like Yoan Moncada. I mean, dude, Moncada in this sim has 25 homers in 2025 with an 812 OPS. I wouldn't be mad at taking a chance on him on a 2-year deal. I'm going to go ahead and throw him on my big board. Looks like we have another contract decision completed. Hunter Harvey is now a New York Met. Harvey is an 82 overall coming off a season of 69 innings with a 1.96 ERA. He had 47 saves. Actually, in this sim, he won the 2025 Reliever of the Year. So that's actually a great pickup. Did we get Yoan Moncada? We did get Moncada. Nice. He's going to be a perfect bat to have at DH. We now have another contract accepted, this time from Gregory Soto. He's back. And I also picked up John Means on a 1-year deal, and I think that's probably where I'm going to call it here for this offseason. So now we can officially enter the 2026 season. This is what I have as far as the rotation. I am probably going to try to trade David Peterson. He's on the last year of his contract, and maybe I can get something back. I don't know. And this is what I have as far as the offense. Let's get into 2026 and see if our moves worked out. All right, draft time. Now, I'm not going to spend a ton of time when it comes to the drafts and the prospects here because I'm kind of in like a win now mode, or at least win within like 3 to 5 years. And while some of the older draft picks maybe can help me, I'm probably going to use a lot of these guys as potential trade pieces unless I get like a true generational pick. And I'm going to have the 14th pick of the draft. And I think for my first pick, I'm going to go with Willie Collado, a 19-year-old right-handed pitcher out of high school. Looks to be a big strikeout guy, so he'll be my first-round pick. And then all the other guys I had scouted on my board have gone, so this time I'm going to take Todd Bryant. Next, I'm going to go with Greg Norden. Look at the stamina and hits per 9 on this dude. If this guy pans out, he could be a workhorse as a lefty. And then from here, I'm just going to start taking some chances on some guys like Eddie Quick. Maybe this guy, Jose Spanos. None of these guys are going to have over 10% of scouting progress. I can take this pitcher right here, Sung Hyun Kyo out of Taiwan. Why not? Cool. And that's the draft. Once again, unless one of those guys is generational, I really have no problem moving any of those picks for pieces at the deadline and stuff like that. But now we are at the All-Star break. We're 5.5 behind the Phillies, but we are in a comfortable position in the wild card, 3.5 up on that third spot, 16 games over 500. But as we know with the New York Mets, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Let's take a look at some things here. Tyler McGill looks to be having a good season with a 3.46 ERA. Kodai Senga is at 3.31. David Peterson has made his way back into the rotation. He has an ERA north of 5. Yeah, I definitely got to try to find something on the trade block for this guy. Griffin Canning, 4.62. Clay Holmes, 4.7. Nolan McLean is in the bullpen. He's got an ERA around 5. I don't love that. Gregory Soto has been good in the pen. AJ Minter could probably get traded. Reed Garrett's been good. Sean Manaea has honestly been good. Hunter Harvey has been awesome. Edwin Diaz has been great. And Nunez actually has an ERA north of 5. I don't know if I want to give up on this guy yet. I mean, we have a ton of control on him. He's a 79 overall. I feel like maybe he could turn things around. I'll probably keep him. And then as far as the lineup, Lindor has 14 homers at the break. Juan Soto, 25 bombs with 50 RBIs and a 304 average. That's great. Pete Alonso doing his thing, driving in runs. Moncada looks like he's been a pretty solid offseason addition. Jose Siri is struggling. I mean, he's got 6 home runs with a 196 average. But I did update my trade block. I have starting pitching that I'm seeking with center field and left field as well. And then players I'm willing to move on from: Jose Siri, David Peterson. I did put John Means on there. I'm also going to put AJ Minter on there. I guess I can put Frankie Montas on there. I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's pitching at AAA. He's actually having a decent year at AAA, but he's going to be a free agent after this year. I'm probably not going to bring him back. So I'll put these guys on the block. We'll see what happens. The Royals are interested in a trade. They want to give me Kyle Wright for John Means. Kyle Wright has not pitched at the big league level this year. He actually hasn't pitched at the big league level in the last 2 years, but he does have a solid set of numbers here at the AAA level, and he has a few years of control. I only signed John Means on a 1-year contract. I don't really understand this trade from the Royals' standpoint, but okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's do it. And I think I have found my trade for David Peterson. I'm actually going to package him with AJ Minter. So I'm going to give a team 2 at least usable left-handed arms. They aren't having the best season. We saw their ERAs both around 5, but maybe a change of scenery is what they need. I don't know. I'm going to send both these lefties over to Houston, and I'm going to receive Jake Myers in return. 29 years old, 80 overall. He's not putting up insane power numbers, but that's not the type of hitter he is. I mean, he's got 29 doubles and 10 triples at the break. I mean, this is a major improvement over Jose Siri. I think I have to do this, bro. I think I have to get Jake Myers. Now, I'm also going to package Frankie Montas and Jose Siri together, and I'm going to go ahead and snag Ethan Conrad from the Cubs. He was their first-round pick back in 2025. The Cubs get a starting pitcher they can add to their rotation. They get a center fielder they can put on their major league roster right now, or at least another outfielder they can put on their roster right now. And I get a center field prospect that looks pretty good with B potential. My offense is kind of full at the moment anyway. Let's go ahead and make that trade. Is that a good trade from the Cubs? Probably not. So with that, this is now what I'm going to be rolling with for the second half of the season. McGill, Senga, Canning, Holmes, and McClain in the rotation. Although I would not be opposed to maybe putting Sean Manaea back in the rotation. I mean, he's got a 1.99 ERA in 72 innings, but he's been coming out of the bullpen basically all year, and he's been dominant in his role. So I don't know if I want to change that. Nunez has already started pitching better since the All-Star break. Reed Garrett's been good. Danny Young just got called up. Hunter Harvey's been amazing. Soto's been good. Diaz has been good. The bullpen's awesome. The rotation, it could be a little dicey. We'll have to see. And as far as the offense, once again, the only real move was getting Jake Myers for the outfield. I really do think I got to get Mark Vientos back in here, though. Well, let's see how our draft turned out now. Okay, not bad. Willie Collado, potential of 86, and Todd Bryant, potential of 94. That's pretty good. Not mad at this draft class at all. Okay, we have officially made it to the end of the season. The Mets have won 98 games. The Phillies took home the division and the best record in the NL with 103 wins, but we cruised to the first wildcard spot. Juan Soto finished third in MVP voting. Edwin Diaz was second in reliever of the year. Jake Myers wins a gold glove in center field, so not too bad on awards. Let's see how some guys finished, though. McGill was great. Senga was great. Griffin Canning was whatever. Clay Holmes, he started to turn it around in the second half. Sean Manaea has been awesome, dude. Christian Scott, really good. Nunez, he really had a better second half. He was at an ERA at like 5 at the break. Garrett, 2.39. Danny Young, 2.49. I mean, this bullpen was phenomenal. How about the offense? Jake Myers, he was a great pickup. 770 OPS, 15 triples, 8 homers, 41 doubles. That's a great guy to have at the top of the lineup. McNeil was good. Soto was amazing. Pete Alonso, 37 homers, 108 RBIs. Once again, that is production. That's hard to replace. I think he's worth the money. Lindor was very good. Yoan Moncada, 23 home runs. What a pickup. Vientos got to 20 home runs. It was the right move to put him in against righties. I'm very happy with how this team is turning out. But now we can get to the postseason. We have our first round matchup against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 also goes to us. We're moving on. We're taking on the 1 seed Phillies in the NLDS. Come on, man. Let's make something happen right here. We won 98 games. They may have the 1 seed, but we've been good too. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 goes to the Mets back in Queens. Game 3 goes to Philly. Game 4, we're going to Game 5. Come on, bro. Show me some magic. Damn it. The Mets have been eliminated by the Phillies. Oh, it was a 1-run game. It went to extra innings, dude. They won it on a walk-off. Nunez gave up the last run. Oh my God, wait, I just realized we had a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the 9th. They put up 3 in that inning. They put up 3 in the 9th to tie it, and then they won in extras, dude. No. Oh my God, bro. The bullpen seemed like it was so reliable this year, too. That was like arguably the biggest strength of this team, it felt like. Oh, that is brutal. Damn, dude, I can't believe it ended like that. Well, the Dodgers did beat the Phillies in 7 games in the championship series, but the Dodgers ultimately lost to the Yankees in the World Series. But now we get to the fun part. This next offseason, Tarek Skubal should be available, and I'm ready to give him the bag. And here we go, man. Tarek Skubal is asking for 7 years, $41.9 million per year. And if we're being honest, looking at his numbers, yeah, he probably deserves it. We gotta get him, man. Now, while we work on getting Skubal, there is also more things to think about here in this offseason. Number 1, the fact that Jeff McNeil is on the final year of his contract. Clay Holmes is on his final year, but who cares? We have enough pitchers in the pipeline. I don't even think I've mentioned Brandon Sproat in this video yet, but Edwin Diaz is on the final year of his deal. Hunter Harvey also is going to be a free agent. Sean Manaea and Gregory Soto both are going to be free agents. Yoan Moncada, who was a huge pickup, he's going to be a free agent. I do have some things to think about. I'm not as worried about the bullpen as we've seen with Hunter Harvey. I can find guys on fairly cheap deals that will give me good value in the bullpen, but I'm also going to look around at maybe like the trade market and see if there's anything that I can get for maybe second base to have for when Jeff McNeil eventually leaves, because I just don't think Luis Angel Acuna and Ronnie Mauricio are going to cut it. But for now, let's worry about Scooble. I am going to give him exactly what he's looking for on the first contract opportunity. We get a 5% motivation boost for that. No way we get him already, right? He's gotta decline this deal. Yeah, okay. It looks like he's gonna say no on this deal for now. That's fine. He even says we're not too far apart. Let's keep talking. What if I just bump it to 42 million a year? Is that gonna do the job? Let's find out. Come on, show me the pen. Show me the pen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tarek Skubal is a Met. 7 years, 42.32 million per year, which gets him to just under 300 million. Honestly, probably in real life, he's getting 300 mil. But look at that, bro. Tarek Skubal and Juan Soto on the same team. This payroll is nuts. That's what you get, though, when you have Steve Cohen as the owner. But now, like I said, going back to all the upcoming free agents I have, Kodai Senga, Clay Holmes, Jeff McNeil, Moncada, Hunter Harvey, Gregory Soto. I don't plan on trading Harvey. I would be okay with trading Soto. I'm definitely going to hold on to Sean Manaea at least until the All-Star break because he was so damn good last year. The Yankees are interested in offering me a trade. They want to give me Luis Arias, no thank you, and Camilo Doval for Hunter Harvey. I mean, Doval is nice, but I have no interest in Luis Arias, so no thank you. What if I give the Yankees Gregory Soto and then a random prospect, Nick LaRusso? That gets me Camilo Doval back. I'm okay with that. They were looking to move on from him anyway. They get a lefty and they get a prospect. I'll make that deal. That's fine with me. Although I just realized he's also going to be a free agent next year. So that trade really didn't do much for me. I shaved $3 million off the payroll. Sick. Actually, I'm going to turn this into a positive. I am going to flip Camilo Doval. I'm putting Jose Azocar in the package, and I'm going to send him to the Cubs for Porter Hodge. Porter Hodge gives me 5 years of control. He's 26 years old, 72 overall, but Doval right now is better than Porter Hodge is, so they upgrade on him, but they lose out on the control. I'm going to go ahead and take that deal. I'm going to get Porter Hodge for a few seasons. Honestly, man, I don't think I'm going to do anything else in this offseason. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could sign a reliever or two on team-friendly deals, but I feel like I'm going to have that opportunity every offseason, and as of right now, my bullpen still looks very good. I feel like all the moves I need to make are going to come through at the deadline, whether that's trying to find a replacement for Jake Myers if I want to not re-sign him. Thinking about flipping Yoan Moncada at the deadline maybe if he has another very good year. I just don't really feel like there's a lot I need to do in this off season. I feel like I'm okay going into the season with this roster. All right, man, it's time to get into 2027. Tarek Skubal is the new ace of the rotation. We have Miguel Senga, Clay Holmes, and Christian Scott. I thought about putting Manaea back in the rotation, but Danny Young is the only other lefty I have in the bullpen, so it is kind of nice having Sean Manaea available for those matchups. The offense looks pretty much the same as last year, and we have our top prospects right here. Todd Bryant, Jose Spanos, Willie Colado, the three guys that I drafted last year. Ethan Conrad, I got him in a trade with the Cubs last year. I would be more than okay getting Brandon Sproat on the major league roster at some point this season. Maybe if I trade Clay Holmes, maybe he comes up as a second half dude. I think I'm in a good spot. All right, time for the next draft. A couple players I like. Felipe Ramirez from the Dominican Republic, a 6'4" third baseman who looks to be a very good hitter and honestly a pretty solid fielder as well. And he's actually not ranked, so I may have found a diamond in the rough here if I can get him. The number one guy on my board is Carlos Almanzar from Canada, 6'3" right-handed pitcher out of high school. I also like Marvin Peterson. He is a second baseman who can also play the outfield, and he's a lefty bat, looks to have some pretty good contact numbers. But I'm also all the way at pick 26 this year, so there's a good chance I won't get everyone I want. And it looks to be the case. Damn, dude, everybody took my players. Looks like I'm going with Reid Hoffman, an 18-year-old lefty out of the Dominican. My next pick is also going to be from the Dominican, Teddy Esperanza. The next guy I'm taking a chance on is Von Fitch. That name alone is worth a pick. Next, I'll go Theodore McLaughlin and then Robbie Morrison, and that's the end of the draft. I'll be very surprised if somebody ends up turning out great. But here's a checkup on where we are at the All-Star break. We have 51 wins, but are 4 games out of the division. And there is a lot of competition for this wild card right now. We're 1 game out, but there is a lot of teams in the mix. Let's see how everybody's doing. Tarek Skubal, unreal. Juan Soto having a ridiculous season, 33 home runs at the All-Star break. Pete Alonso doing his thing. Edwin Diaz, wow, a 6.62 ERA. Okay, I mean, that makes things a whole lot more interesting with his upcoming contract. Let's take a look at some of the other guys. Yoan Moncada, 14 homers, 42 RBIs. As much as I would want to move him to maybe get something in return, the thing is, he's been so good, and I'm really trying to make the playoffs. I'm not trying to really sell. I definitely could get something back, but I don't know if it's worth it. Honestly, everybody's hitting fairly well. I mean, the offense is looking great. Outside of Skubal, yeah, Kodai Senga, a 5.31 ERA. I hate that. Clay Holmes, around 4. Sean Manaea, up to 4.6. Reed Garrett, 4.6. Yeah, wow. The bullpen is nowhere near where it was last year. This is bad. So I have Edwin Diaz on the trade block. I have Kodai Senga, Clay Holmes, Sean Manaea, and I might possibly put Jeff McNeil on here as well. I mean, he's got a 711 OPS. I mean, that's the lowest he's had since 2024, and he's not getting any younger. It is the last year of his contract. I'm going to throw him out there, and maybe I can get by in the second half of the season with Ronnie Mauricio and Luis Angel Acuna, maybe like a platoon between the two of them. Okay, it's time to make a move. I'm packaging Kodai Senga and Sean Manaea together, and I'm also throwing in one of my top 10 prospects, Sung Hyun Kyo. I'm going to send him over to the Cardinals, and I'm going to get Matthew Liberatore in return. I'm not really sure why the Cardinals want to move on from him, but I think this is a great deal for me, especially because he's not a free agent until 2030. So yeah, give me that trade all day long. My next order of business is going to be getting rid of Jeff McNeil. I'm going to package him with Eddie Quick, who is a younger second base prospect, one of the guys I drafted back in 2026. I believe he's top 10 in my system. If he's not top 10, he's right outside of the top 10. I'm going to package those guys, and I'm going to send them to the Angels to get Ben Joyce. Ben Joyce is having a solid year, a 2.89 ERA in 37 innings with 27 saves. He had 33 saves last year. The Angels are not competing in this season. Yeah, they're going to take on Jeff McNeil, but it's the last year of his contract. It doesn't really matter. And then Eddie Quick, they get a guy they can develop at second base. I need somebody else for the bullpen. I'm going to go ahead and get Ben Joyce. Okay, my next move is going to be Clay Holmes and Nick Madrigal going to the Twins. And I'm going to get Cole Sands, another reliever on the back end. Tanner Schobel and Gabriel Yanez are both just nothing. This trade is really to get Cole Sands and to get rid of Clay Holmes. And I'll have Cole Sands through 2028. So let's go ahead and make that trade as well. Man, am I dumb if I don't trade Edwin Diaz? He's 32 years old. He's a 90 overall, and he's having a bad year, but like, man, he's got the same whip as last year. And last year, he only had a 2.33 ERA. And he had 50 saves. I'm starting to talk myself out of trading him, dude. I mean, I've improved the bullpen already with Ben Joyce, with Cole Sands. I improved the rotation with Matthew Liberatore. I called up Brandon Sproat. I kind of feel like I want to hold on to Edwin Diaz. The other thing is I just can't really find a trade that makes any sort of realistic sense. Not that the trades have necessarily been all that realistic so far anyway, but like they're so far out of the realm of possible that I just feel like dirty accepting any of these trades. I'm holding on to Edwin. I'm making my decision. The trade deadline has passed. Time to check out the draft picks. Okay. Reid Hoffman and Teddy Esperanza, both over 90 overall, with Theodore McLaughlin at 89. Bro, I genuinely had zero faith in that draft. That's crazy. And Von Fitch, he's a 70. I would still pick him. Hey, that just means I have more prospects I can move around. And the season is over. We barely got in. We got 88 wins, finished 2 games out of the division. The Braves won it with only 90, and we did get that third wild card spot. We were 4 games ahead of the Marlins, so we were pretty comfortable in that third spot, but we are the 6th seed. I kind of want to see how some of my moves went here. Jake Myers finished the year with 13 homers, 58 RBIs. He's about to be a free agent, and he kind of declined this year a little bit. I mean, actually, he still hit 40 doubles, 13 homers, stole 14 bags. The OPS was just significantly lower. Ronnie Mauricio, yeah, he's only hitting 194, and this is against only righties, the guys he's supposed to be hitting well. Brett Beatty finally getting some play time for me. Actually hit really well with a 366 average and 7 bombs. Mark Vientos finished the year with 20 home runs. Moncada finished with 21. Luis Angel Acuna only 235. I think in this next offseason, I really should look for a dominant second baseman. I just don't know if Acuna and Mauricio are going to be good enough. Let's check out the rotation. Tarek Skubal killed it, 309 ERA. He was great. Liberatore, 363. McGill, 302. Christian Scott, 397. This is what I like to see out of my rotation. I called up Brandon Sproat. Where'd he go? I guess he's back down at AAA. How'd he do? He had a 4.42 ERA at the major league level. Okay, I mean, it was only, how many starts? Only 11 starts. Plenty of room to grow. Juan Soto did win MVP. He also won the Hank Aaron Award. Lindor won a Gold Glove at short, and Juan Soto got a Silver Slugger in the outfield. But we have our first round matchup against the Cincinnati Reds. I feel significantly less confident this year than I did in year 1. Here we go. Tarek Skubal on the mound. We do get the win. We lose game 2. And we lose game 3. We are first round exits. Oh, man, that's not good. We got cooked in game 3, man. We gave up 9. Well, the Padres ended up winning the World Series for the first time in their franchise's history. So good for them, I guess. But this upcoming offseason is going to be an interesting one. Okay, my first order of business in this offseason is addressing the bullpen. It took a big step back last year, which is why on my big board, I have Griffin Jax, Will Vest, and Gabe Spire. Griffin Jax is coming off a season where he put up 60 saves with an ERA at 2.52. He won reliever of the year, and we saw how that worked out for us with Hunter Harvey. It was pretty good. Then I have Will Vest, who saved 47 games last year, had a 2.55 ERA and a whip under 1, and guess what? He won reliever of the year. And then lastly, I'm going to offer a deal to Gabe Spire simply because he had a good season last year, but I also don't think I really have any other solid lefties in the pen. So I think I need that. Plus with me losing Edwin Diaz, I'm probably not going to bring him back. Even though he did pitch better in the second half, the ERA did come down. I feel like these 3 guys will probably just give me more value. Oh, never mind. Edwin Diaz has accepted the qualifying offer. On second thought, I probably shouldn't have offered him that, but oh well. Will Vest has decided to sign with the Marlins. That's cool. But we do get Griffin Jax. God damn, the Marlins stole Gabe Spire from me too. Okay. Oh my god, now they want to take Hunter Harvey? Bro, I'm adding him to my big board. I'll bring Hunter Harvey back, bro. Screw the Marlins. Come on. Yes, Hunter Harvey is back with the Mets. So I didn't end up getting a lefty for my bullpen like I wanted to, but I might be able to make something work. Regardless though, I am going to get rid of Daniel Nunez, and I'm also going to package him with Theodore McLaughlin, one of the high potential pitching prospects I drafted last season, and Calvin Ziegler, a guy that might be more major league ready, and I'm going to send him to the A's to get Tyler Soderstrom. This guy is always a demon in franchise. I mean, last year he had 36 homers and 41 doubles, and he was literally on the trade block for the A's last season. When I was telling you guys I could have traded Edwin Diaz, but the trades were so unrealistic it wouldn't make any sense, Tyler Soderstrom was one of those targets. But the A's were like leading the division. He was a key part of the offense. They already had a closer. It legitimately made absolutely 0 sense on why they would possibly trade him, so I didn't do it. But now that it's the offseason, I'm making this move, man. I'm getting Tyler Soderstrom for my offense. And now we're through the offseason, jumping into 2028. This is a look at the offense. Tyler Soderstrom is going to fit so well on this team. I'm going to be having Brett Beatty play second base, Mark Vientos at third, and I'm putting Carson Benj on the opening day roster, a 25-year-old prospect, 78 overall, the first round pick back in 2024. I'm going to give him a shot with some major league playing time on day 1. This is the rotation this year. Brandon Sproat is back up, hopefully to have a better year than he did in his rookie season. The bullpen is is looking dominant. Nolan McLean, Jonah Tong, still down here in the minors, still getting right. Willie Collado is at AAA. Todd Bryant is at AA. And here's another updated look at the top prospects. I feel good about the future of this team. 2028 draft time. I'm picking 20th this time, so not as low as last year. And almost all the guys I wanted were gone by the time my pick came up, so I should be able to hopefully get one of my guys this time. And let's go ahead and get to my pick. Let's go. Most of my guys are available. Who do I want? Kevin Lantigua from Mexico. I mean, look at the potential range. 89 to 99 is crazy. Same with Andres Meraville from Venezuela. 86 to 98 potential. Tim Monreal from West Virginia. He's an outfielder who looks to have really good contact numbers. Leland East could be a really nice guy to get. He looks to be like just a really balanced player overall. Lincoln Davidson could be a nice first baseman to get in the pipeline. I'll be honest, right now, I'm kind of between Kevin Lantigua and Leland East. I almost kind of want to go with the shortstop, man. I think I might do it. I might go with Leland East. He's going to be my first round pick. And now in the second round, Andreas Meraville is still here alongside Lincoln Davidson. I'm going to go with Meraville first. Hopefully Davidson's there round 3. He is still here round 3. Let's go, man. Lincoln Davidson. My next pick is going to be Aaron Casillas. Then I'm going to take a chance on Albert Canning here in round 5. And then lastly, I'll go Jose Santana. Okay, that's the draft. We'll see how those picks turn out. But we are at the All-Star break, and we are having a really good season. 59 and 37, first place in the East. Checking out our roster. How is Soderstrom doing? 22 homers and 67 RBIs at the break. Hell yeah. Soto looks to actually be having kind of a down year, which is interesting. Pete Alonso killing it. Brett Beatty doing really well in the infield. We need that. Mark Vientos having a decent year. Brandon Nimmo, his batting average is up to 280. How is Carson Benj doing? He's got 20 doubles, 11 homers at the break with a 785 OPS. That'll work. As far as the pitching, Tarek Skubal, he's killing it. Liberator, 3.46 ERA, 1.2 whip. Tyler McGill, 3.82 ERA. Christian Scott, ERA is a little too high for me right there. And same with Brandon Sproat. Reed Garrett might have to go. Edwin Diaz, 512. Yeah, I should not have given him the qualifying offer. Griffin Jacks, though, pitching really well. Okay, so I think I have an idea on what moves I can make. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna have to trade like Reed Garrett and maybe Edwin Diaz, maybe package them together or something. I think I really need like a 4-starter. Christian Scott and Brandon Sproat. Their ERAs are just too high, especially with Brandon Sproat having a 1.69 whip. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to look for a decent back-end starter at the deadline. Plus, Tyler McGill is about to be a free agent next season. It would be good to get a guy with a couple years of control possibly in case I can't re-sign him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trade Edwin Diaz and Reed Garrett over to the Rangers. I'm also going to package Simon Wan in the deal. He's a 22-year-old prospect who's actually playing pretty well at AA right now, and I'm gonna get Bobby Miller in exchange. Bobby Miller has been having a pretty good season for the Rangers, and he's very cheap and under control for a while. Edwin Diaz and Reed Garrett have been bad this year, so let's go ahead and get that trade in the mix. And I think that might be the only thing I do at the deadline. The team's playing well. They have 70 wins by the end of July. The offense has been good. I think I've improved the pitching a little bit. I know McGill and I know Francisco Alvarez are going to be free agents, but I'm not going to do anything with those guys because I kind of need them on the team for this season. And before we get to the end of the season, we of course have to check out our draft picks. It looks like Meraville turned out to be the best one. Everybody else is a solid player, but Meraville is definitely going to be the highlight of this draft. So not bad, just another pitching prospect in the pipeline. And now we're here at the end of the season. We finished with 100 wins, clinched the NL East. The Dodgers do get the 1 seed with 104 wins, though. Tarek Skubal wins Cy Young. The vision was there from the beginning of this video. Carson Benj also wins Rookie of the Year with 21 homers and 71 RBIs. Let's go. Francisco Alvarez wins Gold Glove at catcher. Lindor wins his 2nd straight Gold Glove at shortstop. And Juan Soto wins another Silver Slugger. Seeing how everybody did, Soderstrom finished with 28 homers, 94 RBIs. Beautiful. Pete Alonso, another 30 homer season. Brett Beatty, 22 homers, 79 RBIs with a 292 average. Mark Vientos, 33 bombs. Let's go. Brandon Nimmo, 29 home runs. Dude, I can't believe Nimmo is putting up these numbers at 34. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with him, considering he still owed a good amount of money through 2030. But dude, I mean, an 844 OPS, that's such a big year for him. Looking at the rotation, we know Skubal did well. Libertor, 3.11 ERA. McGill had his ERA go up to 4.6. Bobby Miller, 3.8. A great addition at the deadline. Griffin Jacks was incredible. What a pickup. Hunter Harvey, still pretty good, even with an ERA at 3.9. Wait, where's Cole Sands? Why is Cole Sands in AAA? That makes no sense. He has to get added to the playoff roster. What are we doing, game? But our NLDS matchup is going to be against the San Francisco Giants. Let's do it, boys. Game 1. Oh, wait, I got to fix the roster. Game 1 goes to the Mets. Game 2 goes to the Mets. Game 3 goes to the Mets. That's a queen sweep. We just swept the Giants. But now we're going to have a matchup against the Dodgers. The top 2 seeds going at it in the championship series. Come on, man. Take me to the World Series. We lose game 1. We lose game 2. That's not a great start. We win game 3. We win game 4. We're bringing it back. Can we win 3 in a row? No, we cannot. Our back is against the wall. Come on. Game 7. Bobby Miller versus Roki Sasaki. I mean, surely I can't put Bobby Miller out there with the season on the line. He was a great offseason or a great mid-season pickup, but surely I can't have him be the guy. Tarek Skubal has full energy. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give the Cy Young the ball in game 7. Come on, man. Let's take a series on the road. Lindor with a leadoff home run. Oh, my God. What a way to get things going. Jesus. Why do the Dodgers have Jose Ramirez? That's got to be some sort of typo, right? They got bases loaded for Mookie Betts. He's out. Skubal escaped a jam. Ohtani got him, though. We're tied. Oh, man. First and third. Call. Double play. The run didn't score. Ohtani's out. Skubal keeps escaping. 2 guys on. Pete Alonso with a 2 RBI double. Let's go. Bottom 8. Guy on second. Oh, my God. Andy Pages 2-run home run. Ben Joyce on the mound. Oh, that hurts. Oh, please. Hunter Harvey. Okay, he escapes the jam. Can we get anything in the 9th? No, we can't. Bottom 9, man. Come on. Stolen base. Ground out. We're going to extras. What a crazy game 7 of the NLCS, dude. We don't score in the top of the 10th. Dodgers get a single. And the Dodgers walk it off. Come on, man. Hunter Harvey gets the loss, but it's not his fault, man. I blame Ben Joyce. Damn it, dude. We had Tarek Skubal on the mound in game 7, and we couldn't get it done. And would you look at that? The Astros win the World Series. They beat the Dodgers in 7. Well, I was really hoping this would be the year, but we still have a window. All right, first thing I want to do in this offseason, Mark Vientos and Tyler Soderstrom are both arbitration eligible, but they are both scheduled to be free agents in 2030, and I think I want to give both of these guys an extension. These guys are both really good, and I honestly want them to be on the team for a few years. So I'm going to offer Vientos 4 years, 21 mil per year, and I'm going to do the same for Soderstrom, except I'm going to give him 5 years. We'll see if they accept those deals, but I want these guys here long term. Now, there's some good free agents on the market this year, dude. Gunnar Henderson, Ronald Acuna Jr., Jose Ramirez. It's a pretty stacked class. Francisco Alvarez is a free agent this year, and I probably should have tried to re-sign him in the second half of the year, but I am going to go ahead and try to offer him like a 3-year deal, maybe on a team-friendly contract, because he's not insanely good, but he is a solid catcher to have. I'll give him 3 years, 15 mil per year, see if he accepts that. Looking at what else I need to do, I think I should add another pitcher. Guys like Todd Bryant, guys like Reed Hoffman, I think they still need more time to develop in the minor leagues. Brandon Sproat is 28, and he just hasn't really put it all together at the major league level yet. I don't really know if he's a guy I can rely on. I've kind of done a bad job with Nolan McLean. I feel like I probably should have brought him up at some point recently, just to at least give him another shot. And I guess you could say the same with Jonah Tong, but he hasn't really done much at the minor league level. He's still only a 70 overall. So there's more potential with Todd Bryant and Reed Hoffman and even Andreas Meriville. But I'm still in this win now mode, and I really think I should try to get another arm for this rotation. Not necessarily a guy that's going to want like 5 or 6 years, like not George Kirby, but I mean, Logan Webb, he's only asking for 2 years, and he's only 32 years old. He's a 91. Kind of feel like I might want to offer a 2-year deal to Logan Webb. He's still pitching extremely well. Let's do it, man. Let's put him on the big board. Contract decision incoming. Francisco Lindor did not want the 3-year deal. How about a 4-year deal? I'll give you 4 years. Why not? He's only 27. I'm fine with that. Okay, now you're just being difficult. I'm giving you a 4-year deal. Oh, I guess Mark Vientos accepted his extension, as well as Tyler Soderstrom. Okay, I was expecting some sort of pop-up, but I never saw anything. What about this time? Oh, that's a pen. I believe Francisco Alvarez is coming back. Now I can officially offer a contract to Logan Webb. I'll give him 30 mil. I'll even give him 31. 2 years, 31 million per year. Come on, Logan Webb. I know you want to be here. Show me Logan Webb for this rotation. Skubal and Webb together would be so sick. That's a pen. That's a contract being signed. Logan Webb is a Met. So now we're ready to get into 2029. The lineup looks pretty much the same as last year, because once again, all we did in the offseason was extend Alvarez, extend Soderstrom, extend Vientos. We didn't really add any new offensive pieces. I don't really feel like we needed to. And this is what the rotation is looking like, man. Skubal and Logan Webb back-to-back is sick. I have Brandon Sproat. I have Jonah Tong, both on the Major League roster. Cole Sands back in the bullpen. Hunter Harvey's back. Griffin Jax is back. The prospect list is still looking juicy. I'm ready to go in 2029. For the 2029 draft, I am picking 27th, so everything I find is going to have to be kind of like diamond in the rough type of dudes. And there really isn't that many players that I'm all that excited about in this draft. My first pick is going to be Jeffrey Luther. Then I'm going to go with Henry Feliz. Then I'm going to take Jeff Coe. Next, I'm going to go with Thad Phelps. And then finally, David Yamamoto. The draft is over. I am not excited about any of my picks. That draft felt bad. Or maybe I'm just bad at drafting. Could be that too. But things are kind of weird right now, man. We're at the All-Star break and we're actually 1 game under 500. We're 5.5 out of the division. We're right there in the mix for the wild card, only 2 games behind the Padres for that final spot. The offense has actually been pretty good overall. It's the pitching that's kind of letting me down. Logan Webb has a 4.16 ERA, which isn't atrocious. The whip is still solid, so I think that ERA could come down. Liberatore, same kind of deal. Christian Scott has been good this year. Bobby Miller has not been good. Brandon Sproat, Jonah Tong, both just really struggling at the big league level. Danny Young sucks. Hunter Harvey's been good. Porter Hodge has been solid. Griffin Jax has been solid. It's really the young pitchers and then Bobby Miller just having a really bad first half. I kind of feel like maybe it's time to call up Willie Collado, my first round pick from 2026. He's been having a really good season at AAA. I mean, it can't hurt. Actually, Brandon Sproat is out of options. Dude, he just simply hasn't been good at the major league level. I'm okay with moving on from him. I might trade him. And it's going to be the same thing with Jonah Tong. All right, you can absolutely make the argument that I did not give either of these guys really that much of a fair shot in this sim. I wouldn't be mad at you saying that, but I'm going to package both of these guys together. Let's see what I could possibly get. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade Brandon Sproat and Jonah Tong, and I'm going to throw Leland East in there. He was my first round pick from the last draft. I'm going to send him over to the Red Sox to get Brian Bayo. He's currently under contract for 2 seasons, and he's having a really solid year. Let's go ahead and make that move. The Dodgers also have Brian Baker available on the trade block, and he's having a nice year with a 2.36 ERA in 49 innings. I can give them this Matt O'Neill guy, and then probably just another, like, random prospect that I don't care about. What about Anthony Frobos? That seems to get the job done. Sure, I'll take that deal. And I think now I'm pretty much set. Now that Brian Baker is in the bullpen, Danny Young still sucks, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Other than that, yeah, we're good. Let's see how our draft picks turned out. Okay, Jeffrey Luther is up to an 87 potential. Other than that, like I said, I wasn't all that excited about this draft, but I mean, I'll take that. Why not? We're 500 right after the trade deadline, right when we're able to see our draft picks. It's time to lock in. Okay, we did get in as the 3rd wildcard team. We beat out the Braves by 2 games, but the Marlins won the division with 92 wins. Juan Soto and Pete Alonso finished 2nd and 3rd in MVP voting. Tyler Soderstrom tied with Fernando Tatis Jr. for the batting title. I don't think we had any award winners outside of Juan Soto getting another Silver Slugger. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Taking a look at the lineup, Lindor, another solid season, 15 home runs. He's definitely on a decline, but he's still very productive. Soderstrom, we already know he did good. Juan Soto, 46 bombs. Vientos, 21 homers. Pete Alonso, 39. Ronnie Mauricio got some playtime this year, and he actually improved quite a bit, so that's good. Got Brett Beatty, Carson Bench, another good year. Francisco Alvarez had a better year than he did back in 2028. And for the rotation, Scooble was great. Logan Webb, the ERA never really came down. That's crazy. Brian Bayo, 365, Libertor, 389. Willie Collado did get the September call-up, but he wasn't that great, 5.65 ERA. Brian Baker was a great pickup. Griffin Jack's ERA did go up in the second half, which is interesting because he was dominant in the first half. Bro has an 0-12 record, Jesus. But our first round matchup is against the division champion Miami Marlins, and we will be on the road for these games. So here we go. Oh, we won game 1. And we won game 2. All right, that was easy. Next up, we're taking on the Cubs. I also see the Dodgers up there in the NLDS. We got to get them back. We got to beat the Cubs. We at least have to get our rematch with the Dodgers. Let's go. Let's beat the Cubs. We win game 1, lose game 2, win game 3, win game 4. All right, we're back in the NLCS and we're facing the Dodgers again. It's time for revenge. Oh, what's really cool is the Dodgers still have Jose Ramirez, but they also signed Gunnar Henderson in the offseason, so sick. And they still have Otani, Clase, Roki. Jesus Christ. The Dodgers front office legitimately doesn't sleep. Let's go, man. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we lose. Okay, going back to New York, we win. Game 4, we lose. Game 5, we win. Here we go again. Another game 7, dude. And we just lost 16-3 in game 6. We do get to give the ball to Scooble again, man. We got to bounce back after that game. That was nuts. Here we go, man. Lindor led off last year with a home run. This time a single, double play. And okay, no runs in the first for us. 4th inning now. Soto error. Ooh. Pete Alonso, home run. I like it. I'm not getting excited for anything, and that's exactly why Shohei Ohtani is just going to answer. This Dodgers team is so loaded, dude. My team's great, too. Brett Beatty can answer right back, but this Dodgers team is never dead until they're dead. Bases loaded now for Juan Soto. Pitching change. Juan Soto got hit by a pitch. Come on. Vientos. Double play. That's not why we extended you. Still, though, we are up 2. Now we're up 3. God, if Pete Alonso just had a chance there with the bases loaded, that would have been amazing. 3-run lead. A lot of game left. Once again, not getting excited because now the Dodgers have the tying run at the plate. Now they have the go-ahead run at the plate. Will Smith strikes out. Ryan O'Hearn is out. Okay. That's a huge jam to escape. Lindor double. Come on, Soto. Drive him in. Yeah, Scooble's still in the game. J-Ram double. Hey, still have the lead. Still have the lead. Come on, bro. Come on. Pete Alonso. Double play. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. He walks. Perez out. Smith out. O'Hearn walks. Oh, my God. Stephen Kwan, fielder's choice. Here we go, man. 9th inning. Beatty leads it off with a single. And it's a double play. Bottom 9. Griffin Jacks is going to try to close it out. J-Ram out. It comes down to Alex Call. He's out. The Mets win. They get their revenge from last season's Game 7 loss. The Dodgers have been eliminated. The Mets are heading to the 2029 World Series. Dude, if the Mets can beat that Dodgers team, they can beat anybody. And the World Series matchup will be against the Houston Astros. I think they won last year. On this team, they have Yordan, Hunter Brown, Josh Hader, still at 94 at 34 years old, George Kirby, Freddie Peralta. Yeah, okay, this team is actually pretty damn good, too. This would be a really impressive World Series win for the Mets. All right, starting it off at Houston, Game 1. Houston wins. Game 2, the Mets win. Now moving back to New York, the Mets win Game 3. The Mets lose Game 4. And who won that? Oh, the Mets won Game 5. Okay, they're 1 win away. And it's going to be Brian Bayo on the mound. Come on, man. Let's win a World Series right now. Soderstrom single. 2 guys on for Vientos. Let's strike early. Bad strikeout. Pete's got a chance now, though. He's been clutch. And he strikes out. That's a good pitch. All good. Should be able to get more opportunities to score. Need Brian Bayo to give me a really good start. He's through the first. Oh, God, dude. 2 guys on. 1st and 3rd now. Ground out. Brian Bayo needs to bear down against Cam Smith. 3-2. Bryson Stott on deck. Oh, my God. Oh, he totally swung. Bryson Stott, bases loaded, makes me very nervous. Popped him up. That play has to be made. Carson Bench. No runs. First and third for Juan Soto. Nobody out. Juan Soto. That ball is crushed. It doesn't have enough, but it will get the run in. I thought that was completely gone off the bat. Still will take the run, though. The Mets strike first. And Pete Alonso goes yard. 2-run home run. God, he's been so good. Did I not tell you guys at the beginning of the video that he would be worth the money? Carson Bench walk. Oh, come on. This is it. 2 guys on. Base is loaded. Hunter Brown is coming out of the game. This is it, Soto. This is your signature Mets moment right here. A grand slam in Game 6 of the World Series. Unbelievable. Okay, well, the Astros have answered back with a 2-run home run, and now Brandon Marsh goes yard. So all of a sudden, it's just a 4-run game. That means Juan Soto's grand slam is that much more important. That is literally the difference right now. 7th inning. Pete Alonso single, Mauricio double play. On to the bottom of the inning now. Danny Young in the game. God, Danny Young scares me. Pena double, Marsh out, Yordan out. Okay, Danny Young has been kind of sketchy in this simulation or this video, but I mean, that was a big spot and he came through. Bottom 8 now. Brian Baker in the game. Mid-season edition. Kyle Teal goes yard. Okay, it's a 3-run game. Correa out. We're going to the 9th. They're going to make a pitching change. They're not. Ronaldo Lopez is staying in. Soto, he walks. Vientos out. Pete. I could use one more big swing from you. It's a fielder's choice. Here we go. Bottom 9, 3 outs away. Cam Smith at the plate. Griffin Jacks coming in for the save. Cam Smith pops it up. Bryson Stott grounds out. It comes down to Jeremy Pena. And that's going to be a base hit. Ball boy couldn't care less. Is he going to get 2? Yes, he is. That's fine. You got to get Brandon Marsh here. You can't let Brandon Marsh get on base and let Yordan Alvarez come up as the tying run. Just get Marsh. That's all you got to do. And they got him. The New York Mets win the 2029 World Series. They get their revenge against the Dodgers in Game 7 of the NLCS. And for the second time in his career, Juan Soto celebrates a World Series championship in Houston. Take it all in, Mets fans. I mean, it's got to be Juan Soto as World Series MVP, right? No, Ronnie Mauricio. How? If there is one thing that makes me irrationally angry in MLB The Show, it's the World Series MVP trophy. Yeah, okay, Ronnie Mauricio hit 474 in the World Series. Great. Juan Soto hit a grand slam in the series clinching game. He got 6 hits in the series, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, but because he didn't hit 457 or whatever Mauricio hit, he doesn't get World Series MVP. Insane. Well, there you guys have it. It took me, what, 4 seasons to win a World Series with the Mets on their rebuild after missing the playoffs in 2025. Was it the most creative rebuild? Absolutely not. I spent a lot of money. I signed Tarek Skubal. I signed Logan Webb. But I was also able to turn some of my draft picks into smart deadline moves. I was able to pick up key pieces, extended guys where I needed to, and ultimately it all ended up with a Mets World Series championship.